Hello guys, how are you? I hope you are all well. So I have made some couple of videos. I think 3 4 videos I prepared and downloaded in uploaded in YouTube. So today's my video is regarding the MRP, material requirement planning. Okay. So what are the this in this section I will explain what are the steps required to run the MRP, and what are the master data which is required for MRP, and what are the configurations which is required for the MRP run in a plant. Okay, so basically first of all, if you want to run MRP in plant level, so you have to set up the configuration parameters in SPRO transaction. Okay, that is called the MRP plant parameter. Once MRP plant parameter will be set in the plant, particular plant like 10001, after that in material level you have to maintain the MRP types. You have to maintain the MRP controller, and very important is procurement type. It's very important. So procurement type E and F, as you are aware about that, procurement type E means which material which you are manufacturing in house, that will be a E. The material which is you procuring from outside from vendor, that will be the F. And the material which is you are procuring from outside from vendor as well as you are manufacturing in house, that will be the X. So there is a three type of procurement type: E, F and X. Based upon this setting, system will decide whether the plan order will be create or PR will be create, means purchase requisition. So I will go in details in later. And okay, so material type is required, MRP type is required, MRP controller is required, and procurement type is a very important. Okay, so later on I will be go the planning types. Okay, so there are two types of planning normally we are doing in standard SAP as per the business. Okay, keep in mind. First is the MTS. MTS means make to stock. Okay, and second is the MTO. So what is the difference between MTS and MTO? MTS means it's open. All the stocks will come into the unlisted, and you can do your demand planning. Your production order will be not integrate with your sales order in MTS. It's pure make to stock. You can maintain your inventory whenever the customer's requirement comes, then accordingly you can deliver this product to the customer. So basically you are not manufacturing any product with the specific customers or a specific sales order. That is called the MTS. Okay, and MTO means make to order. Okay, make to order means whatever you are producing or whatever you are manufacturing for specific customers or specific sales order. Okay, so this MTO start with your sales order and MTS start with your demand planning. Okay, so first I will go with the MTS. What is the MTS? Make to stock. What you are doing, you are getting some requirements from customer side, and based upon your last 6 month, whatever you have dispatched, you have delivered to the customers, based upon that you are planning for the next 6 month or next 4 month. Okay, based upon the data. So means that is called the historical data. So based upon the last 6 month data, you are putting and considering your customers requirement. From there is a two type of planning. One is a tentative planning, and second is a firm planning. Firm planning will be the fixed planning, and tentative will be the floating. It will be up and down. Okay, it's a flexible. So product requirement you are putting in where you are putting plant independent requirement, that is called the PIR. In MTS, I am talking about MTS first. You are putting in PIR, plant independent requirement, the whatever finished products requirement for this month, okay, or week or day. Okay, so the transaction code is MD61 you are doing, that is called the plant independent requirement. Once you put all the products, suppose you have a 10 products and you put your requirement for this month for this finished product for X, for example, in MD61 you put your quantities for this month or week or days. Okay, after that what you will do, you go to the MD04. MD04 what is? It is a stock requirement list. Okay, so whatever you put in MD61, you can you can see in MD04. Okay, the transaction is after MD04. You can see the for this particular material X, this is my demand planning, this is my planned independent requirement. Suppose it's a 1000 quantity. Okay, next step, what you are doing, you are running the MRP for that. MRP means what transaction you are using. Normally you are using MD01. MD01 means scope of planning. Scope of planning means if you are running the MRP in plant level, multiple plant, collectively plant, then you can go with the MD01. That is called the scope of planning. If you are going through individual materials, then you can run your MRP in MD02. Okay, the single item multi-level MD02, and you can go with the MD03 also. Once you run the MRP, what system will do? System will explode your BOM for your X material or finished material, which you put your requirement in the MD61. So once BOM will be explode, what will happen? System will generate the plan order for your independent material. Okay, as you are putting in MD01, planned independent requirement. Suppose X is your header material, it is a finished material. For this X material, you created your BOM. For this X material, since it is a header material, it will generate your plan order. Why plan order? Because you maintain procurement type E in the material master. Because of that, it will generate the plan order. What will happen about the child part, raw material part, or we are calling as a dependent requirement. So for the dependent requirement, since you have maintained procurement type F in your material master MRP2 view, system will generate the PR. PR means purchase requisition. Further, this purchase requisition will convert into the purchase order and it will send to the vendor. That is the purchasing team will handle this. Now you got the plan order. Now what will do? You will convert this plan order to production order, where you can see in MD04. From there also you can convert. Okay, individual plan order or collectively, both you can convert into the production order. If it is a discrete manufacturing, you can convert into the production order. If it is a process industry, you have to convert in the process order. So based upon the business. Okay, so this is the MTS cycle basically. So now you got your plan order, you converted into the production order. Then now normal PP cycle will, you are aware about that production order will be created. Then you have to check the material ability. Then production order will be released. Then production confirmation you have to do. Then after that you can do the takeoff. So this is the MTO scenario. Okay. Second thing, why it is MTO? You are using your planning strategy is very important, MRP3. Okay. So you have to maintain the 10 or 11 planning strategy. So what is 10 and what is 11? 10 basically you are using for the net requirement planning. I will explain what is the difference. And 11 you are using for the gross requirement planning. So what is the net requirement and what is the gross requirement? I am telling. Mostly in interview people will ask what is the difference between the 10 and 11. I am talking about MTS. First MTS, keep in mind. So MTS 10, if you are maintaining planning strategy in MRP3 view for your header material, system will consider your stock of the plant during the MRP run, and accordingly system will minus your current stock from your requirement and it will give the plan order and PR for that header material and dependent material. Okay, so now 10 system will consider your plant stock, storage location stocks. Wherever 11, if you are using in material master MRP3 11 gross requirement planning, system will not consider the current stock for your header material, but system will consider the stocks for your dependent materials, means raw material. Okay, so that is the difference between 10 and 11. 10 system will consider the stock for both header and dependent materials, but 11 it will consider the stocks only for the dependent materials, not for the header material. And one more thing, you have to maintain the mixed MRP when you are assigning the planning strategy 11 in MRP3. So this is the basic difference 10 and 11. Okay, that is a part of MTS. Here sales order will not come into the picture. Sales order will be the isolate. But if you come to the MTO, make to order, so what will happen? Your planning start with your sales order. You got your sales order for this particular material. You have to produce for particular customer. Okay. Now you run the MRP. So what will happen? Planning strategy, you have to maintain the 20. It's a pure MTO, make to order. Okay, when you maintain the remaining things will be same, like procurement type as you are maintaining in MTS, and MRP type you are maintaining in MTS. PD will be the MRP type, that will be same, but planning strategy will be changed in 20. So once you got your sales order, you don't need to go MD61 directly. You can go in MD04. There you can see the sales order and details, sales order and line item and quantity. If you are running the MRP through MD02, again system will create the plan order for your header material, and system will generate the PR for your all dependent materials, means raw materials. MD04, there is a one order tree. There you can go and you can see the all the BOM components, what is the requirement and what is the procurement planning will be happen, like MRP element. MRP element means after MRP run, whatever the results will come in the form of plan order or PR, everything you will see in MD04 in order tree. Okay, system you can check, you can. Okay, so MTO, whatever the plan order will be generate for your header material, and PR will be generate for your child part, your dependent materials. So whatever the procurement planning will be happen against this will be considered in the sales order stocks. That will be the stock type will be E. That is not unrestricted. It will be the restricted stock, because whatever you are doing in the system, whatever you are doing the planning against the sales order, all the stocks will come into the against that particular sales order or particular customer. That stock will be booked for only for that sales order. Later on, if you do production, if you got any urgent other sales order or any other customers urgent order you got, you need to dispatch, then you can swapping from one sales order to another sales order. You can do for that after production, once stock will be created, that you can do. Okay, but as far as production concerned, this material has been reserved for your particular sales order or particular customer. So that is a difference between the MTS and MTO. I hope it will be clear, but still if you have any question, any query in video, you can comment on this. I will come back to you with my answer. Okay, so this is the planning, MTS and MTO, make to stock and make to order. Okay. Now next is there is a one more planning is a ETO, engineering to order. That is a mostly the wherever the big project is going on, so there ETO is using. But as far as I am concerned, I worked in MTS and MTO more and more. Wherever the automobile industry, I worked cement industry, pharma, chemicals, okay, beverage industries. So this MTS and MTO you are using. Any business you can use MTS and MTO both as per the requirements. That is not any obligation. Okay, this is not any obligation that you are using in MTS, then you cannot use MTO. That is not any obligation. As per the requirement, you can maintain your MTS and MTO both for one materials, that you can do. There is a planning strategy 10, 11, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There are multiple planning strategy. For more information, you can go with the SAP documents, where the good documents is available. Okay, accordingly, so this is the brief information I am giving regarding the MRP run. Okay, MD04 is very important. It's like a junction. It's a platform where you can navigate wherever you want. Production order to plan order to production order, plan order to process order, you can go. Okay, so this is the now I'm just stopping. This is the video recording MRP. My next video will be recording a small segment. I will try to cover up, like profit center and cost centers. What is the difference? Then how to implement the SAP. If you are a new consultant, some person asked me share the one video recording how to implement the SAP. What is the role of PP consultant? So this segment also I will cover up in my next video. So right now I am closing this video. If you have any questions, any comments, any doubts, happily you can share me or reach out to me. I will give the answer. Okay, so now next video I will prepare and I will upload in YouTube. You can watch and put your comments. Thanks all of I hope you will be all well. Okay, any doubts you can comment immediately. Okay, thanks so much.